Good night. Sorry for the late start. Tonight, we continue with the Robots That A.I forgot, Part 2. In the last webinar, we spoke about AI, and Part 2, this webinar, we want to discuss an AI system that is used or that can be used, a template, in fact, for AI system for preschool. Not just preschool, but we will consider uh, a special example situation where a child is preparing for reading or math before actually learning letters and numbers. Okay, well, I think it's time for to get started. Okay, let's go. Robots in the 1980s were somewhat smart, but they lacked the kind of intelligence and skill that these modern robots possess because of improved technology as far as processing speed, memory capacity, and energy power. So most of them fell by the wayside, but there's a misconception concerning robots that first I would like to address, and that is when we say robots, we think, many of us think of a human-like form. In other words, a humanoid robot with face, arms, legs, that sort of thing. But actually, a robot is just a machine. Okay, well, let's take a look at some of these old robots, and then we will dive into our AI system for preschool. Coin machines, video games from the 80s, Pac-Man, all of those can be considered robots. Tape recorders, video recorders. Notice how bulky compared to new tech. Some robots were quite smart, although they lack artificial intelligence. The problem with these robots, they could only perform one type of task, but they could do it very well. So any task that required a lot of repetition, these were the robots that you would need. Now, STEM or STEAM is a perfect way for introducing robotics. I always say robotics is STEAM, and robotics is STEAM on steroids. Okay, because with robotics it encompasses everything, including measurement, electronics, etc. So, in the early, I would say 18 years ago, in our expert tutor, see if I could get some video here. In the, I would say about 16 years ago, in our expert tutor camp, STEAM camp, we did a lot of introductory robotics. I have a video, short video, less than 1 minute, and a follow-up video, about 4 minutes, that I would like to share with you on ways in which robotics can be introduced in a STEAM program or STEM program for young children. So first, let's try and find this first video.
Alright, and how much space we giving it? Just go to 009.
Videos.
Hey, you chilling out in the corner there. Alright, and how much space we giving it? Just go to 009. Hey, you chilling out in the corner there. I hope you're paying attention, you know. I'm not going over this for you again, you know.
I know.
Right.
We did it.
Okay. Okay, hold it. Can't see, but it's alright. Keep chilling out. Right. Let's see if you get it to point to me now. Keep going. Nothing? Right or left? Nothing? Okay. Can't get a good view. I'll do.
And with robotics being a buzzword in those days, just like AI is a buzzword now, it was quite interesting to see a similar video on a foreign station a few years later. Now let me see if I could locate that video. Oh, right, this looks like it.
Scott, you like surprises?
Yes.
Okay, I have a very interesting surprise for you. But first, you've done some work with a computer, I understand.
Yes, I have one at home.
You know, how about a robot?
No, but my dad has one at work. It's this big.
You know, and what can you do with it?
You can move it around with a little remote control.
So you're familiar with remote controls like this.
Yes.
This one, you push this, make it go right and left, and there's a switch in the back here to make it go. Well, this is a remote control for a friend of mine. Does your robot talk?
No.
Well, I'd like you to meet one that can.
Oh, neat.
Notice the remote control is not plugged in, however. This is a robot that was designed by a friend of mine, Jim Lytle, along with a lot of other people, and it has been programmed to come in here, turn, point its little head at you, and say something.
Hello, my name is Hero. Who are you?
My name is Scott.
You understood him all right? My name is Hero.
Yes.
Well, that Hero is a sort of acronym for the kind of computer that this is, in which we can take it all apart and look inside and find out how it works. Here's a plug.
Okay.
We'll plug it in around there at the back. Take the remote control.
There.
Okay. Now push first reset.
Ready?
Thank you. Now you know how to work the remote control. Push the switch on the bottom, and here's your right and left turn right there.
Okay.
Let's go into my workshop. We'll take off a side panel so we can sort of see what makes them talk. Turn it around here. Okay. Now I want to turn this around here because I want you to get at the switch, the control panel, which is right there.
Okay.
Now see this little tiny thing right here?
Yes.
That little unit right there is the thing that makes them talk. And out here comes his speech. Now, Jim gave me some programs for you to run. You know how to work a computer?
Yes.
Okay. Push ready.
Ready.
Ready?
AD
A, D,
24
2, 4,
E0
E, 0,
3.
3. Sounds like garbage to me.
And it actually was not garbage. You know what it was? Those are all the sounds that Hero can make. They're all the various combinations of consonants and vowels and whatnot. And with those, there were 64 sounds that you just heard there. It can make up any word in any language. See this little dial right there, that little circle?
Yes.
You turn it slowly.
Ready? 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 Ready?
What's happening?
It's getting louder or it gets slower when you turn it this way and faster when you get
Well,
that
not
way.
only slower and faster, go all the way this way.
Different
Now go all the way
tone.
up the other way.
Ready? Ready?
So it's faster, but do you hear something else?
Yes. Different
What?
tone.
Different tone, yes. It's a higher frequency on this end and a very low frequency on the other end. So you can set it at
Ready?
to make them speak in kind of any kind of inflection that you want. Scott, you said your computer didn't talk, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay, well, that's why I wanted you to sort of play with this one. And here, take a look at the book. That's some of the words in its vocabulary.
It says a whole bunch of words in here.
Right?
Friend, glass, government, harmony, heart, no. And I bet you I know what those numbers mean.
What?
It's just like a program in a computer.
That's exactly what it is. It's a program in the computer that makes this Hero talk. Now turn the page over. Jim programmed a special one for you. Go ahead, punch it in.
Okay.
Ready?
Reset.
Ready?
A, D, 0, 2, 0, 0.
Now
I
listen.
am incapable of making a mistake. Therefore, you must be wrong.
What'd you say?
He said he's incapable of making a mistake, therefore I must be wrong.
Do you agree with him?
Yes.
What about humans? Well, what about humans? The idea is don't be like the forgotten robots. Jump, jump on the AI um, learning stream. At yoit.com, we can help in that regards. So education is the key. That's why tonight in this webinar, I would like to introduce parents with young children who are not yet in preschool, as well as children now starting off in preschool, learning, preparing for the journey of numeracy and literacy, learning to read, learning about numbers. How do you prepare children at such an early age? Or actually, what I should ask is, what you should want to know is, what are the required skills so that they can read and write, pick up the concepts of reading and writing, what is required? Well, without much ado, let's go to this website, yoit.com, the pre-reading skills. First, I need to find that website. Um, okay, let's click on the school gate. What gate do we need to click on here? Okay, an AI system should be able to give you a history of your work. Well, actually, this program is specially designed for educators and parents so that they could see the recommendations made for the child in each particular subject. Not only recommendations as to remedial work, but recommendations as to next level of study. Okay, let's go to reading readiness and see what sort of skills these children require.
Follow the line to the picture.
Is really, well, this module is really to see if the child is able to manipulate the mouse and answer the questions so that you would not be confused and
Follow
think
the line
they
to the
don't know
picture.
the answer when the problem is just really navigation.
Follow the line to the picture.
Same here. These
Follow the line to the
programs are
picture.
really to test readiness for the program.
Follow the sound.
Once they're ready to use the program, then there are quite a few skills required for reading. As you can see, we have modules in each of those areas. Visual discrimination, what is the same, what's different, sorting, sequencing, etc., etc. So let's take a look at visual discrimination.
Follow the line to the picture.
Again, lots of modules, and this is what AI is all about. Not one or two modules, but big data.
What is
Lots of
different?
modules is what you need to get big data.
What is different? What is the same?
Let's take a simple case. Animals.
Okay. What is the same?
Easy navigation.
What is the same? What is
Question
the
2.
same?
Notice you're guided on the top here.
What is the same?
What is the same?
Okay.
Again, too easy
What
to
is the
navigate.
same?
You just hover over the item.
What is the same?
Select the right
Okay. What is the same?
answer. Again, what's different is quite important. These are some of the things we take for granted.
What is different?
What's
Okay.
different, what's the same? Here, what's different? This one? No, not really. This one.
The
What
dog.
is
What's
different?
different?
The
What is
goat.
different?
etc. Again, AI
The frog.
powered systems should have a lot of advantage to regular
The
systems.
frog.
In this case,
The
What
frog.
is different?
so you get the
The
right answer.
chicken.
It tells
The
you.
chicken.
It gives you more
The
information.
chicken. The chicken.
Otherwise, you just
The
know it's the
chicken.
same.
The
Telling you
chicken.
what's the
The
name.
What
chicken.
is different?
Okay, I guess you got the idea. And we have
What is different?
food,
What is the same?
travel,
What is different?
the whole range.
What does
All
not
about
belong?
sorting.
Match what does not belong?
Very essential for reading.
What does not belong?
Again, this is a bit more complicated in
Okay.
that you need to know.
What does not
The
belong?
child needs to be able to classify items. Obviously,
What
this
does not belong?
This is a dog. This is a mammal, while the others are
A mammal.
machines.
What does not belong?
Same here.
A mammal. What does
So on
not
and
belong?
so on. Okay. Now
What
let's
does not
check another
belong?
module.
Follow the sound. What does not belong?
Let's try something like matching.
Match pictures. Match the transportation pictures. Match the pictures.
Fruits and seeds.
Match the fruit and the seeds.
Match
Match the fruit and the
fruits
seed.
and seeds. Let's see what this is all about.
Match the fruit and the seed.
There it comes. Okay. Now this is a bit,
Match the fruit and the
more
seed.
complicated.
Match the fruit and the seed.
but it's the skill needed for reading. So let's see. No mango, no
Match the fruit and the
orange,
seed.
guava.
Make some jam. Match the fruit and the
This
seed.
looks
Match the
like
fruit
corn.
and the seed. For breakfast. Match the pictures. Match the
Notice that
pictures.
among
Match the pictures.
Make some ice
cream.
Match fruits and
Um,
seeds.
peas,
Make lunch. Make
Yeah.
lunch. Match the
Okay.
fruit and the seed.
coconut.
Make some oil. Make some oil.
Okay, get the idea. Let's see what transport does.
Match the
Uh,
Match the transportation pictures. Okay.
rocket.
Match the
rocket.
transportation pictures.
I think that would go in space.
Travels
right?
into
Yeah.
space. Match the
Okay.
transportation
Again, we got the
pictures.
idea. Now,
Match the
this
vehicles and their
is
transportation
what
pictures.
you need to know.
Match
or
the
understand.
transportation. Same
Match
or
what
different.
comes
next?
Of course,
What
we have
comes
sequencing.
What
and,
comes
Match
next? Not belong.
You know what comes first, what comes next. But what you need to understand is, let's try what comes next. What comes first? Each one of these apps would have about 15 questions. I quickly browsed through about 10 apps. That's 150 questions. And that's just one item. Okay.
What is next?
So I don't know if you get in the picture, but 20 students, if you're a teacher, even 15 students in a class, one subject, 15 quizzes by 15 questions. That's 15 by 15 by 20, and that's a lot of data to keep track of as far as what child understands what recommendations is needed, what recommendations are needed.
What is next? Ordering.
And
What picture
so on
comes
and so on.
next?
And that's where AI comes in. It's like having a good AI program is what I would call an expert system. Just like your expert tutor, an expert system. That is, it should take it should play the role of an expert in whatever field, like doctor, lawyer, in this case, educator. Okay. Some of these items may take a while to come up for the very first time, but once you start using it, it gets these faster. Okay. So, as an educator, it's a lot to be very efficient and effective. You need the assistance of AI because of the enormous amount of data. All of this is just one item before, or concerning the skill before children start to read.
Okay.
When you go to more advanced topics, and
What comes
just
next?
get
What comes next?
out of control. Especially, like I say, if you have
What comes next?
10 students to see about.
What comes next?
So,
what comes next?
This
What
will
comes
have them
next?
thinking
What comes
for a minute.
next? What comes next? What comes
So, like
next?
one
What
light
comes
bulb
next?
Then comes another light bulb, paintbrush. After the
What comes
first light bulb
next?
comes what? Another light bulb.
What comes
So
next?
I would say, notice the arrow? I would say this one.
What comes next? What comes
What comes next
next?
after
What
one
comes
brush and
next? The
another brush?
paintbrush. What comes
Okay.
next? Okay.
And so on and so on.
What animal comes next? What does not belong studies or
As
mathematics?
far as mathematical concepts are concerned, that's a whole new ball game.
Learn all about
example,
size.
You need to know sizes,
Learn all about dimensions.
big, small,
Some
long,
more
short.
dimensions. Learn about quantities. Learn about
to
your
know less than
space.
or
Learn
more.
about quantity
Remember,
below.
You're not the child is not counting us yet.
Learn about
So they don't know
quantities.
this is 4. They may not know this is 1 or 2 or 3. But they should know this is more than that. And that's a
Learn about
example
properties
of
like flat, full,
some
and
of their
empty.
skills that they should have before numeracy.
More
Math.
properties like
What is
flat,
wrong?
full, and
Partial
empty properties. Learn about
then
your space, like above and below.
partial or position on top, above, below.
Learn about properties. Learn about your space, like flat, like above, quantity, and empty.
So, I assume you're starting to get an idea of AI as an assistant in the educational process because of the amount of data. Each subject alone requires endless data because you would have multiple quizzes. Each quiz would have multiple questions. Each question would be on multiple topics, and you have many students. So, how are you processing that data? Well, with AI and a AI educational system or platform, you can develop systems where you keep track of all that data. That data is processed so you have lots of information, and then those AI processes will link the different information and comes up with a recommendation for you. For example, knowing the student level, the subject, and where they should be, then it would give recommendations as to how the student should get there. Tutorials, remedial work, what have you. But you would be guided. And that's the key to having an efficient AI system. Simple as that. But it involves, like I keep saying, a lot of work on data a lot of work on diagnostics and a lot of AI tech in finding solutions and recommendations. So what about humans? Education is the key and adaptation. Don't become like a forgotten robot. And in an upcoming webinar, most probably on Sunday, you just follow and you would get details, further details. But in the next webinar, I will be discussing or demoing an AI implementation for educators or parents who are educators, etc. On SCA, hot topic SCA. So follow. I will send out links and your expert tutor. Like I said, an expert system that could probably take the place of, not take the place, but could assist to the extent that it's almost like running one teacher per student. So stay tuned, find out a bit more about AI implementation for educators. As far as SCA and preparation for SCA is concerned. With that, I would like to close off this webinar and for some of you who missed the first part of this webinar, I would go through a couple more of the slides from the beginning because I only started recording after about 15 minutes. So this is the end of part 2, but like I said, for those who missed the beginning, I'll just run through a couple of the slides, previous slides. Good night. Hope you come back for the next episode if you are involved with students writing the SCA exam. This is where we started. For those who missed the beginning, what are robots? Robots are machines, not necessarily like a humanoid robot with legs and arms and a face. These are some of the early robots. some robots were their intelligence was enhanced, but although they performed their skill very well, they were just good at repetitive tasks, so they could just simply do one job. They had one skill. I mentioned the fact that robotics is perfect for STEAM classes, for STEAM sessions, because it's like STEAM on steroids, because you do so much work with measurements and everything that's involved in science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Alright, and how much space we giving it? Just go to 009. Hey, you chilling out in the corner there. I hope you're paying attention. I'm not going over this for you. This for you again. Alright, and how much space we giving it? Just go to 009. Hey, you chilling out in the corner there. I hope you're paying. Going over this for you again, you know.
I know.
Right. Okay. Okay, hold it. Can't see, but it's alright. She's chilling out. Right. Let's see if you get it to point to me now. Keep going. Nothing? Right or left? Nothing? Okay. Can't get.
Okay. Second view.
Scott, you like surprises?
Yes.
Okay, I have a very interesting surprise for you. But first, you've done some work with a computer, I understand.
Yes, I have one at home.
You know, how about a robot?
No, but my dad has one at work. It's this big.
You know, and what can you do with it?
You can move it around with a little remote control.
So you're familiar with remote controls like this.
Yes.
This one, you push this, make it go right and left, and there's a switch in the back here to make it go. Well, this is a remote control for a friend of mine. Does your robot talk?
No.
Well, I'd like you to meet one that can.
Oh, neat.
Notice the remote control is not plugged in, however. This is a robot that was designed by a friend of mine, Jim Lytle, along with a lot of other people, and it has been programmed to come in here, turn, point its little head at you, and say something.
Hello, my name is Hero. Who are you?
My name is Scott.
You understood him all right? My name is Hero.
Yes.
Well, that Hero is a sort of acronym for the kind of computer that this is, in which we can take it all apart and look inside and find out how it works. Here's a plug.
Okay.
We'll plug it in around there at the back. Take the remote control.
There.
Okay. Now push first reset.
Ready?
Thank you. Now you know how to work the remote control. Push the switch on the bottom, and here's your right and left turn right there.
Okay.
Let's go into my workshop. We'll take off a side panel so we can sort of see what makes them talk. Turn it around here. Okay. Now I want to turn this around here because I want you to get at the switch, the control panel, which is right there.
Okay.
Now see this little tiny thing right here?
Yes.
That little unit right there is the thing that makes him talk. And out here comes his speech.
Okay, good night. This is where we sign off. See you next week.